Here we have the Saudi finance minister telling CNN that they will not normalize ties with Israel without there being a path to the Palestinians creating their own state, though Bibi Netanyahu is extremely adamant against the creation of a Palestinian state.
So you've seen the news reports, I'm sure, that Prime Minister Netanyahu told his coalition that the reason he was going to be able to stay in power is something to the effect, I am the only person who will prevent the creation of a Palestinian state.
That's been one of Bibi and the other far right wingers in the Israeli government's goal is to prevent creation of a Palestinian state. Uh, for whatever reason, they don't believe that the Palestinians should have the right to dictate their own lives.
How can that Prime Minister be your interlocutor if you're going to try and normalize relations with Israel?
I mean, it's up to the Israeli people to decide who the prime minister is. I'm not going to get into that discussion. I will just say that in order for the region to see true peace, to see not true stability, and to see real integration that delivers economic and social benefits for all of us, including Israel, is through peace, through a credible, irreversible process to a Palestinian state. We are fully ready.
See, all the smart people realize that only true peace and stability will come from the Palestinians being able to have their own state, their own sovereignty. Uh, but you got people like Bibi who think they get to dictate what group of people gets to have their own government.
Not just as Saudi Arabia, but as Arab countries to engage in that conversation. I would hope that the Israelis would be as well, but it's up to them to make that decision.
But are you saying unequivocally that if there is not a credible and irreversible path to a Palestinian state, there will not be normalization of relations between Saudi Arabia and Israel?
And that's the only way we're going to get a benefit. So, yes.
Yeah, and the Bibi is pretty much doing everything he can to destroy ties with many other nations around him, doing this genocide against the Palestinian people. His bloodlust for the death of Palestinians will, in the end, make it worse for uh, the Israeli government and Palestinians.
Because we need stability.